Hello, everyone. I was muted there for a second. Nice
Okay.
to see you all again for episode 4 of Around the Forge. We're still doing it, guys. We made it to 4, which means that we've woken up in the morning 4 days in a row for you guys, and we're gonna continue to keep doing that. Although, admittedly, I don't know about you, it's been rough with launch.
I'm
I think in a
actually.
normal world we'd be all right, but with launch, it's been tough.
It was funny because, you know how yesterday I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to bed after our episode, and then he messaged me in game like 4 minutes later. Oh, nice job going to bed. I'm addicted, guys. I got right back on even though I was dead tired, and I think I played for like an hour off stream, and then I streamed for 13 hours straight yesterday. It's been way too long since I've done that, and I probably am not doing that today. But that's why it's real gamer hours. Someone played for 30 hours straight.
Yeah, I haven't streamed anything yet, just because I love to play for like an hour between like a meeting or something,
It's so
because
nice.
I'll work and
Mm.
I'll send emails and then XYZ. So I definitely I would like to stream more, but it's just been tough. But yeah, no, the pump has been real. I'm literally yesterday I was playing and I was in my dungeon groups for Dead Mines and Wailing Caverns, which we're gonna be talking about very soon here.
Yep.
And by the end, I wasn't even forming like full sentences. I was just like, all right, good job, guys.
We had one guy in our Deadman's group who was he's from Texas, so it was same kind of time zone, 1 hour behind me, and we were in Deadmines at like 1 in the morning, and this guy was way too hyped for me. I mean, obviously you need to be awake when you're doing dungeons and aware, but I was just like, this guy is a ball of energy. I appreciate it, but not when I'm like one eye half open, you know. So
Yeah, we had Jamin giving us like the complete background of Wailing Caverns. It was like a
wait, was
safari
he
he
in your
took us
group?
on. Yeah, we had
Oh, that's
Jamin,
sick,
yeah,
Riley.
Jamin, Riley, and then two hunters. CrossFitter was there as well.
Wait, so is
Um,
Jarman playing Pally as well?
yep,
Was he your healer then?
yep,
Okay. Dude,
yep. Riley
Double
tanking.
Pallies is so good.
Yeah, double Pally, double Hunter Mage. It was a group for sure. We had the CC with the mage. We'll talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
dungeon
for
costs. It's
sure.
actually pretty funny that we just instantly started talking about by
I mean
accident.
that
But
that's what it is, man. So
today's episode, we have a couple main topics we're gonna run through. First, some of you might be getting to the dungeon level. We're probably overestimating the masses, but like in terms of who's what level, we're gonna talk about dungeon cops today, and then we are gonna our conversation talking about some of the spicy, not drama, but what the scenes that have been set over the last few days. So we are gonna go over those as well. But dungeon group compositions. Dungeons are starting. Dead Mines is starting. Wailing Caverns is starting. These groups are all getting together. I actually did my dungeons yesterday. Gordon
same.
also did his dungeons yesterday.
Starting
Gordon,
dungeons,
tell us
but yeah.
tell us a little bit about your group real quick. Because I already told you about our group. So what would you guys run with?
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, this by no means is, you know, the blueprint how you run dungeons. This is just early dungeon compositions that I think are the best for like the first three dungeons. I'm talking Wailing Caverns, Dead Mines, as well as SFK. You honestly don't need a bunch of CC. You don't need to be super try hard. If you're all like level 20 plus, you could just melee cleave it, honestly, okay? But for me, this is my holy trinity of every single dungeon. I honestly think you're trolling if you're not running this holy trinity. We have Druid, Warrior, Priest. Obviously, Priest is going to be your healer. Ideally, your Warrior is your main tank, and then you have Druid doing Druid things. Most Druids are going to be playing Feral while they're leveling, so they have insane DPS at 20 plus because you finally do get your cat form and you come online as melee. You have that capability of off tanking and having a taunt. That's the biggest thing, is when things get a little hairy. That was a good pun because they're Druid. Hairy. You could just instantly switch to bear form and you have another full-blown tank who's actually probably the best tank early on. But I just like to be in that off tank capability, and you have healing as well. And you have CC. You got Hibernate, which isn't really used a lot in Dead Mines, but it is used a lot in Wailing Caverns. So honestly, this is the Holy Trinity. I am not going into a dungeon if I don't have this Holy Trinity. That's me personally. And then, right underneath that, this finished off the rest of my composition. We have some physical DPS. I melee cleaved both dungeons, actually, which I thought was awesome because there's no downtime having melee. It's just full pump. you have enough CC, you could stab something with a rogue. You could Hunter Freezing Trap or Frost Trap, whatever one it is. I always forget. And then you just tank and spank. I was first person melee cleaving. I couldn't see anything because everything was on top of me. We had no range, but that was my group comp. So we ran Druid, Warrior, Paladin. Actually, we ran double Paladin. I didn't have a priest until Dead Mines, but that was my composition. And then underneath that, sorry casters, you don't get love early on. Honestly, it doesn't matter what class you play, but I just hate waiting for people drinking. Okay, we just go 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 early on, but later on, please definitely have a mage in your group, like level 30 plus. Okay, they bring so much utility and control to the dungeons. So that's my little tier list for early on dungeons where most people are, but try to have that Holy Trinity. It's so strong.
Gordon, I think we're living a spoiled life right now. I'm gonna come in with a hot take here.
Okay.
I think this iteration of hardcore, where we have 4,000 players.
Good talking.
We are living in the world of we can get the dungeon groups that we want. Not very long ago, you took whatever the heck was at your level range.
Especially in a hardcore scene, because when I was playing, granted we played on, there was 5 of us, and we played on another server, so that was our group comp. But when I started, I'd be watching other people play, and they'd slash who hardcore, and you'd be lucky to have like 7 people in your level range at certain dungeons. So you're right, you take what you can get, but here we're definitely spoiled. Like you said, we have 3 guilds that are capped, you guys. 3,000 people, and last night I actually was promoted to Guildmaster. It was kind of thrown onto me, but I accepted it. We'll accept it. But it's gonna get me killed, I feel like. I got so many whispers for guild invites. So guys, if you need a hardcore home still, hardcore Delta, anyone 15 and plus can invite in the guild. So slash who them and whisper them, please, not me. I was not. But no, I'm just the face that takes the blame if stuff hits the fan there. So yeah, I did not think we had 3,000 plus people in 2 days. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, we at least have 3,000 plus characters created, right?
Okay,
I think that's where, I like to think that it's 3,000, 4,000 people. Who knows? But either way, those are the numbers that we need. Like this is quite frankly, the bare minimum of what we would need to really make this challenge happen. Because I'm not surprised at how many people are dying, but boy, are they dying, right?
It's just that's why we don't have an obituary today, because it would take like 10 hours, you guys.
Oh boy, are they dying. Like yesterday was insane, the amount of deaths that were popping up. The level 20 deaths are starting to trickle in. Yeah, that's when they really start, especially at this point in the game when you're dying in your 20s. Oof, that's a sting. And that's also where you might see people start to not go again, especially this early on in the expansion. They might just be like,
it sucks when you see like a high level like that pop up, and I swear I have like the streamer curse. I don't know who I probably got killed, not physically, but I'll be like looking at a poll, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm not doing that, I'm gonna die. And then like 5 seconds later when I turn around, someone my exact level pops up as a death, and I'm like, you guys, that would have been me if I pulled this. Like, I swear every time I mention I would die here, 10 seconds later somebody my level dies. And I'm so sorry if you're my level. Just be careful out there, okay? Because I think I have a jinx going on, and it's getting people killed. But speaking of people not getting killed, we got that race to 60. People are pumping.
So this was the big topic that I really wanted to cover on today's. I just wanted to kind of have conversation about it. The stories are really starting to unfold here. We have some insane storylines and people just pumping absolutely astronomically. Actually, it's so funny. As soon as we say that, Only Black Smoke comes into the chat. Only Black Smoke threw together like a 30-hour session yesterday. Took a nap, came back. I bet you Smoke's what, 30 something right now? I haven't even checked. He's still alive.
We were kind of right in our predictions as well. We were guessing like mid 30s I was saying like by midnight, which people were mid 30s by midnight, and now we have people dinging 40. I woke up today and Tactics and Salami are 40.
Unreal.
32. I'm sitting here at 23. I'm feeling great at 23, you guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't even feel
21.
behind.
21. I'm ready to go. I still have a chip on my shoulder. I still feel like I'm behind because I died, even though I'm definitely just behind because I'm behind now. Like,
It's
not behind,
it's
but
crazy
you know
how
what I
like
mean? Like,
you'd think the death would set people back. Like we had Ampi die yesterday, and I'm pretty sure he's 30 again. Like this man died at 20, and I think he's in the 30s, and I'm still low 20s. Like that guy is pumping, you guys. It's insane. And we got people pumping out fantasy points for you guys. We'll take a look at that in a little bit, but we had Grays and all them. They did Nomer, and it was getting a little sloppy. If you've seen the clip, you guys, I probably should have pulled it up. Cargo's like AFK auto ran into the last pull before the final boss, and it's like 7 or 8 mobs. Literally face pulled it. Didn't say anything, and all you hear in the comms is, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" Oh, I'm sorry. Probably should have got
it's all good. It's all
what the
good.
frick? What the frick? And like they're just so sleep. He didn't say anything. He walks back. They had to lay on hands Grays. Grays lived with 40 health, you guys. That's one auto from any mob, and he had like 7 mobs hitting him. It was
Also, I heard the last boss was like pretty sketchy
was it scary?
too.
Yeah.
They didn't do the
click?
platinum WoW dungeon dives before they got there because they weren't clicking the bombs. They were just nuking the boss, and I guess they got him down. So I guess I'm not really one to talk. And I also guess that they're level 40 at this point.
Do you
so
actually
it's not really me to judge.
do you click the button or do you just kill the bomb? Because I'm
No,
pretty-
you click the button.
What does the button do? I don't even
The
remember.
button stops more bombs from coming.
I think my group just killed the bombs when they spawned.
You gotta get a button. Oh.
Did the bombs explode when you kill
I think
them?
you can press the button too.
You know what?
Either way.
We'll watch a video and we'll talk about it on some episode when people are getting to the Nomer level. I don't remember.
We'll keep running over it, but yeah, right now we have an insane storyline brewing of we have Tommy and Tactics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who died at level 6, so or at least 20-30 minutes behind, right?
We'll take a
Which
look
is-
at the standings.
Which is a lot in a leveling scenario, right? So they're level 40.
Yeah.
We have Joker,
Right here.
who is on a triumphant return to Classic WoW at this point. I
38.
consider this a massive overperformance from Joker. And people are saying, oh, Joker's going to die, Joker's going to die, Joker's going to die. I think Joker's kind of past the point where he's going to die. Like, these pulls are sketchy, but I was watching him pull. This man had resist, poly resist,
And he still pulls it off.
and he just resets,
Ah.
right? Like, he just gets out, he resets, and he's still like he's doing pulls where I'm like, and I'm a pretty good AoE farmer. I'm like, I'm dead here 100%.
Yeah.
We can't. I think I underrated Joker, and I think people are still continuing to underrate how efficient he's gonna be through the 40s, because he has the
True.
Pirate Cove all to himself.
Oh,
He
that's
has
gonna
all
be
these
huge.
Pirate Cove all to himself. He has EPL Graveyard all to himself. He has the Cauldrons all to himself. Like, these last levels are where it really starts to take off for AoE farming because it doesn't get slower.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the 30s are a little sticky for AoE farmers, but as long as he just continues, I mean, the question is, does Joker get the gear drops to keep up?
True.
Because
yeah,
eventually
you're gonna need
the
that
mana pool,
Yeah.
the mana pool will fall off. So will Joker have to turn around and try and do a dungeon? I don't think so, quite frankly, because I don't think he's gonna, regardless. But yeah, Joker has been the return of Joker is something you could have literally named this show, because literally right behind
True. Yeah, the
Tommy
top
and
guys,
Tactics,
yeah.
who are the best levelers in the world, and we can't one slip up away and stay safe, or not stay safe. Sorry, Cargos and Grays are
Or
right
stay
there,
safe too, yeah.
or stay safe. I don't know. He's not that close,
He's
but
30. Props to him. But yeah, I
also
mean,
shout out to some of the solo pumpers we've been seeing. Tyrannosaur
True.
is in the mix right now at level 38, I believe, or
Yep.
36. Let me check.
He's pretty much an unofficial trio to Cargos and Grays and Tommy and Tactics, because he's their 5th in the dungeon group a lot of times. But yeah, he's crushing it. Joker, like I said, crushing it at 38. And what's awesome about seeing these names come back to WoW is a lot of people are, they're saying, oh, they've done this before. Like, it's gonna get boring AoE farming. Joker yesterday on air said like this was more fun than Fresh Launch for him, because he doesn't get to mess around. Like, he's so in the zone trying to level, and he said it's been insane. So it's cool to see these people come back and truly pump. Crix, he's out here, he's 23, he's live right now.
Frick's is a gamer.
He's got
That's
both the
why I picked
dungeons,
them.
got extra 10 points. So let's actually, we'll do a little quick update. I don't know if the website will update, but we'll refresh both of our fantasy points here. I'm still getting crushed, you guys. Yep, it looks like it hasn't been updated yet. So I'm chilling at 200, and we got the boy Les over here with 222, killing it. So
Nom Nom becoming more of a consistency pick, which I think was for everyone, right? Not blowing up the scoreboard too early yet.
Yeah,
So if
agreed.
you're a Nom Nom stockholder, don't panic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the stock where you guys buy, because there ain't gonna be no dips, okay? This thing just goes up, but it's not gonna 3x in a day. It's not gonna be your Doge, and you're gonna 10x your money in a day. It's not happening. This is your this is your S&P 500, okay? It doesn't.
Nom Nom is your Campbell soup stock. You just throw a nickel in it, you get a dime back 40 years from now. You'll be all right. Absolute reliable pick here, and I think that's why everyone that was you're trolling if you don't pick Nom Nom kind of thing, because you're gonna get the points. It's just a matter of when you get the points. Now, other people on this list have been absolute rocket machines for me, specifically Argos, which you picked Grays, right?
Yeah, same
same thing.
Yeah.
I'm still going on board by saying Tyrannosaur. I mean, as long as
I think you
Tyrannosaur
killed that group with
continues-
Tyrannosaur.
As long as Tyrannosaur continues to be as consistent as he's always been.
I'm done. I didn't even know you could click on him, bro. That's sick. So yeah, look at all these. They've done all these dungeons, you guys, all the way down to RFK, and they're
one thing about Tyrannosaur too that we need to shout out is Tyrannosaur played for 8 hours before launch and hit 60 on Era on a hunter. 2 minutes before SOM.
Wait, that's sick. And then he went and grinded.
60 and then went and started playing SOM.
What a beast.
Unreal.
That's sick. Wow, I actually had no idea you could click on people. That's embarrassing. That's so cool. Dude, this website is so good. I remember people saying, like, this could make or break the event, depending on how the website goes. It's so clean. I love it. They've done such a good job.
Well, the fantasy draft has just been an overwhelming success. I feel like it got announced and I was like, oh, well, if this isn't done well, it's just going to be a meme.
Yeah.
But, like, everyone I've talked to has been like, oh, my fantasy team. Oh, my fantasy team. Oh, my fantasy team.
I think you can still make a team. I heard Cargo say last night that there might be a different prizing pool that you're entered in if you enter in late, but he said you could still be eligible for prizes if you haven't made a team yet. So, guys, feel free to definitely make a team here. classichc.net/draft. Get in, get involved on the fantasy draft. It makes it feel so much more homey, even though obviously it's pressure on the players themselves, but it gives the community a reason to, like, keep up with the community, like this is the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That's a bad reference because I've never even watched that show, so hopefully it's not like that actually. But it just gives you a reason to check out everyone, how they're doing in the family, keep up to date with things. So we're doing good. I don't think we had too many big deaths. Apparently Dovsky ripped last night.
I don't know, man. The 20s were rolling in yesterday. The level 20 deaths have been rolling in insane.
Let's get Dovsky. A live update on Dovsky.
Yep, level 4.
Level 4. Unfortunate. So I think, is she going solo? Because she was supposed to play with her boyfriend, but maybe that plan has changed. So rest in peace, Dovsky. We'll probably have
Duos are tough.
We'll have that death clip tomorrow.
Duos are tough because you have, the play schedules, right? Like maybe they died, and then Dovsky's like, well, I just got to go solo now because, the plan wasn't to add a whole nother day to your playtime.
True.
Because I mean, I'm not exactly speed leveling, but it still took me like 15, 16 hours to get to 20. So.
Yeah, I probably got like almost a day gameplay. 1.5 days played. That's kind of disgusting. But you know what? I'm gonna go play more. I was feeling so tired again, waking up. But every time I do the show and I start talking about stuff, I'm just like,
you get excited.
I gotta log in, dude. I'm falling behind. But that's probably gonna end tomorrow. I'm gonna be clean. I'm gonna have a normal schedule tomorrow. We're gonna do the shows. I'm gonna work out afterwards. I haven't worked out in a couple days, and it's bothering me because I feel the fatigue is gonna set in, and you're not gonna notice, and you're gonna start to slip. So like, I can go hard for 2 days, maybe 3 days, and then I need I need a quality 8 hours of sleep tonight, okay? I got
Yeah.
called into work tonight. I'm going straight to bed after work, so I'm not going to be playing for like half a day. It's going to kill me on the
I'm
inside, but it's
I'm
worth it.
literally running a giant like invitational esports tournament
Tournament.
this weekend
Oh
where
my.
I'm going to be at work for like 20 hours over the weekend. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, fellow gamers, I'm level
Yeah, they're
25,"
like
and everyone's gonna be
50.
like 50, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
"Oh, okay, cool," because everyone's gonna play like 48 hours straight this weekend.
Yeah, imagine having
And
real life stuff to do, huh?
I next week I get to really pump, so I'm definitely excited.
Ideally,
for
same here.
that.
After this weekend, you and I can hold hands to 60 together. Also, I love
Sounds.
that. I love that name, Only Blacksmith. Keeping up with the Cargosians. That might be a meme show. That's a good idea, though. But I think
I
that's
feel like
it.
this episode I
That's
had
good.
so many topics that I wanted. Like this episode ended up being a good length, but it could have been 5 hours with all the topics that I wanted to bring up. So we have definitely some notepad suggestions for tomorrow's episode for sure.
I'm holding on to my secret. Guys, I got the best gold making strat that you can only do for the next 2 days, because then it's gonna get crowded and potentially scary. I'm not saying it today because I'm gonna go do it in a little bit. Leslie, you already know what it is. We literally just talked about it. But I kind of want to get that and risk it all. I'm not gonna say anything more, chat. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and we'll see if I'm alive or dead with this gold making strat. But that's gonna do it for episode 4, ladies and gentlemen, of Around the Forge. Again, like you said, solid episode, and we're keeping up with the paces, right? I've seen a lot of people in the teens, late teens, getting ready to do their first dungeons. Please be safe, guys. There's not really any scary pulls. There's one scary boss, the big elemental boss in Wailing Caverns. And then there's one scary room, in my opinion, which is the smelting room in Dead Mines, just because it can get a little crazy. Take it slow. There's like a 3 pull as your max pull. Just be smart, okay, guys?
Yep.
I don't want to see any
Yep.
deaths in dungeons.
Yeah, we haven't seen a ton of dungeon deaths. I feel like it's been pretty safe. It's been like one of the safer parts of the adventure so far. And not a ton of dungeon griefers from what I've seen, so that's exciting too.
You know what? We're gonna throw the host over to Duranosaur, like you said, because he's killing it. So
Thank you all. If you check us out on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe, everyone, and we will
Enjoy
be
the Discord.
live tomorrow, and then we're off for the weekends.
Yep.
Because we
So
eventually need
tomorrow
to-
we're back, and then Monday is our next episode as well. So we will see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.
See you.